welcome back to the vlog. Today is a absolutely miserable and drizzly day here in Angus, but tonight I thought I would pick up the vlog. So I have missed a vlog, or semi-missed a vlog, in between, which usually I film on the weekends. That's Junior pushing the door open to get in. Come on, June, come on. Usually I film on the weekends, but this weekend just gone, I basically had like the start of what felt like a cold, but it wasn't really coming out. So basically I was just like drained and had a bit of a sore throat and was a bit generally just run down. So I didn't vlog because I didn't think anybody would want to see that with me just moaning about feeling tired. So I'm picking up midweek, which I don't do often, because tonight we are going out in Forfar to a witches walk. So it's organised by one of the local museums. So we're going to be taking a walk around Forfar, and basically what it is, it's going to be a guided tour, and we're going to be stopping at different points to go over the history of what they call the Forfar witches. So for anybody who's not familiar, Angus, specifically Forfar, has quite a history for their persecutions of those accused of witchcraft. Really important part of local history. So really want to go to that tonight. Of course, because it's one evening where I have planned to do something, that is the day that it's been raining. Every other day has been just beautiful outside and sunny, glorious, really warm evening, but tonight it's raining. But anyway, alas, we're still going to go. We're just going to wrap up and get our hoods up. So that is at 6 o'clock. So just preparing dinner now so that we're not eating super late when we get back. Potatoes, veg, meatballs and tomato sauce. Also, an update on these jeans. I don't know if anybody remembers, I purchased the skirt from Vinted because I had ordered the jeans and they had got lost basically in the post. So I'd reordered them in the same size. Really love how they look. They're really, really beautiful jeans. They were brand new with the tags, and what I liked was that they had the petite option. So what I just wanted to say was that I bought these jeans. So they're originally from Next. I bought these in a size, not necessarily a size up because I'm in between. So I bought the bigger of the in-between sizes, basically wanting them to be loose, and they were still super duper tight. They do fit, but they're not comfortable. So I will be selling these on. So just as anybody who is also looking at these jeans on Vinted or try to get them from Next, I would say definitely size up in these jeans.
There was a church at this exact location, so the spire is in the same place. It's the same layout, and all of these graves, well, this was still the graveyard at that time, okay? So, you might be wondering at this point, why Forfar?
days later now. So I didn't really manage to capture, well, I captured bits and bobs from that witch's walk, which was really good, but it was heaving with rain always the way. I think the day before, so they had 2 days of it, the day before was glorious weather for their walk, and it just happened that we were on the one that was bucketing it down. But anyway, it was really good, and lots of good kind of, and lots of really interesting local information just in the town. I'm going to pop in. I've been off coffee for quite some time now. Like, I don't drink coffee on a regular basis. You would have seen, if you've watched previous videos, that I'm having matcha instead. But today I just really fancied a coffee. It was just not even for the caffeine, just for the kind of moment of it. So popping in to just sit in and have a coffee, and it's always the way. Today is so dark and gloomy, which you wouldn't really expect because I've got sunglasses on, but I've got my sunglasses on because on days when it's like really overcast but the sky's like white and bright, it really just my eyes are really sensitive for that. So while I've been driving, I've been having my sunglasses on, basically just so I'm not squinting all the time. But of course today is just like this, overcast, cold, spitting here and there, but not even enough kind of spitting for the weather forecast to pick up that it's rain, if that makes sense. Whereas the rest of the week, so today's Saturday, the rest of the week when I've been stuck behind a computer desk and indoors, has been absolutely glorious sunshine, roasting, and of course Saturday comes and it's freezing, just the way it goes. So we were going to go along to Lintrathen Loch today to just spend some time there if it was going to be warm, which it isn't. So we're kind of rethinking what we want to do today. What I might do when I get home is I might show you those bits and bobs that I've picked up recently. But anyway, let's go into 88 and get ourselves a coffee. Back home from a little jaunt in the town, a few little bits and bobs that I picked up in Planters and British Red Cross. This really cute little pressed flower art, so lovely because it's real pressed flowers and it's on fabric, mounted on fabric, and paid £3 for that. So these are the colours that I really want to weave in and out of this room, so really happy with that. In Planters I found this really cool basket, always looking for storage. And I just love these kind of baskets to be plotted around, especially in the spare room. That's where that's going to, well, yeah, that's where that's going to live. And I also found what I've been looking for, which is a footstool for this living room. Such beautiful fabric. And this footstool was only £35. The thing which is another positive to it is that it's got these kind of feet. So it's multi-purpose. It's a footstool, but you can also use it as like a laptop tray, especially as the days brighten up and I might want to take the laptop outside, or just when I'm, you know, I don't always want to sit at the desk. Sometimes I want to sit in other places with a laptop just to move around. So this has been perfect. And just on a less exciting note, I also picked up a cushion for the other ones of one of these. I've always been missing one cushion because I always thought that I had 4 of these big cushions for some reason, and I've only got 3 on the sofa. So anyway, I've bought another one to fill that cushion cover. So as I mentioned, the lock is kind of off the cards because now it is actually raining, even though it was not forecast to rain today. Anyway, determined to go out and about and do something today and not be stuck in a house. So what we're going to do is probably still pop along to Peel Farm, which would have been in that direction, just for a mosey. And then we might actually also head along to Forfar High Street, just for a mosey. So nothing crazy and super duper exciting, but still something to do. This is actually a really local business and photographed from Kerry Muir Photographers, Hamilton and Kerr. So yeah, just putting it out. Super, always nice to see local representation. Just went to edit this video and realized that I didn't show you the bits that I got like I promised at the beginning, so I'm just going to add this now. I'm going to show you in sort of like a flat lay style. So you can see from here I've been so into brown at the moment, brown everything, and we're going out of the season where brown is really the colour. But this brown knit cardigan I was eyeing up for the longest time. I love the buttons. These buttons in like what, 2012, 2010, something like that. They were so in fashion and everywhere, and it seems like they're kind of coming back around, and I loved them then, I love them now. Beautiful cardigan, really nice, nice fit. So you can see it still had the tag on it. I got this from Vinted. It is showing up as though it's kind of a bit more like it's been worn on camera, but doesn't really look like that in real life. I think it's just the way the light's shining from the window. But originally $49.99, and I paid something like £11 for it. So really good find. And I can see myself getting lots and lots of wear out of this. I got it in a medium, and actually I'm really happy with that decision because it's a little bit kind of looser. I sometimes find buying these kind of chunky knits in my usual size, I don't like the way it clings to the arms. I want them to feel a bit looser. I also got this brown suede skirt. This was originally from Monsoon, and it is absolutely beautiful. It had the tags on it, but I've already worn it, so I can say I really like it. I like this detail up the front. It's kind of giving me that early 2000s feeling. On the tag it had originally something like £80, and I think I got it for 15, and it is real suede, so really good find. These jeans, I really wanted some print jeans. I don't know if anybody remembers the fiasco with the Next jeans that I bought on Vinted that never arrived. I think I might have spoke about it earlier on in the video actually, and then when they did arrive they were just an awful fit. So I really wanted some animal print jeans and found these ones. So these are not pre-loved. These were on sale online. These are a pair of mango jeans, straight cut. Really love them. I love the brown and black animal print. Just absolutely love them. And they are straight leg, which I still like a skinny jean, but I'm exploring a bit more with different cuts of jeans. I think I got these in the South for like £22, so not my cheapest find, but still a good one, I think. This is the other brown cardigan that I got, which I absolutely love. This one wasn't brand new, and it was from Vinted, and I've been looking at this for so long. There are so many people selling them brand new with tags, or not even with tags, on Vinted for £25 plus, which I just wasn't willing to pay. This one came up and I think I paid something like £6 for it, and it had clearly not been worn very much. So I love this mix of different browns and the grey in there. and I've actually tried it on with these jeans and really love it together. Next up is a bit of a mix. So first thing is these, so don't worry, they're on the bed, but these are not worn. So it's these June shoes. I, funnily enough, do not have a basic pair of sandals, flat sandals like this, and really have been on the hunt for the right pair. I really didn't want anything with embellishment on it. I wanted kind of like a plain colour. I love these kind of raffia type shoes, and I almost bought something really similar but with a small heel, but I made an offer on Vinted because they were a little bit higher than I wanted to pay, but somebody beat me to it. But I found these ones, and I think that I paid something like £6 for them, and you can see, yeah, so they're really in fantastic condition. A bit less kind of summery shoe, but something that I've already worn, which were brand new. Found these in a charity shop. Are these, they're not real suede, but faux suede boots. I have a shorter pair, hang on a minute. I have these pair, which were new look, and I bought them ages ago, years ago, and I absolutely have worn the life out of them. They still look pretty good, actually. I'm going to get the soles, I want to get this resoled because it is a little bit slippery, but they'll be staying in my wardrobe. But sometimes I have like shorter like dresses, or even just like knee length dresses, and I don't want to wear an ankle boot with it. So these were just absolutely perfect. I found these in the local charity shop, and I think they were about £12, but they were brand new from River Island, and I think the original price tag on it was something like £79. So really good find. As I say, I have already worn these. Actually wore these with that suede monsoon skirt, and it looked really, really good, and I was super happy, and they're so comfortable. You can see the heel is, you know, pretty much identical height, so I knew that they would be comfortable. And actually these are actually a little bit more comfortable because this has got the wooden platform at the front, which isn't uncomfortable, but if you're walking in it from a long time, you can feel that you're walking on a wooden sole, basically. Another Vinted find, so we're back to Vinted, is this kind of summery set. So I've got a couple holidays this year. I've got one in April and one in August, which I really just wanted something throw on. So, you know, being near the water or anything like that, just basically throwing something on over the top, or just being able to cover when I need to, but still something not being very heavy, basically. The top wasn't brand new, but the trousers are, but I bought them from the same seller, which was really, really handy. This shirt I actually saw on somebody on television ages ago, and really liked it. And I was trying to find where it was from and couldn't at the time, because I just didn't know what to type in. And it was actually served to me on Vinted suggestions. So again, well done Vinted. Is something I've been wanting for ages. This is another Viella purchase. So, you know, since I found the Viella jacket in the charity shop before, I've actually really been more intrigued with the brand and actually kind of fell in love with it, and I think it's very, very underrated. So I found this suede look jacket. It's not real suede. No, it's not real suede. It's a suede look jacket, but I thought the detail was really beautiful. And it's got these kind of crocheted buttons, which I really liked. And I think that this is really, really versatile piece. And a light jacket like this is just perfect for spring and summer. And something which is kind of carrying on that suede theme is this Hobbs belt that I found on Vinted. So this is real suede, real genuine leather, and this I got for a really reasonable price, and as it is actually still in the shops at the moment and can be purchased. And I think originally, it doesn't have the price on here, maybe close to like £80 I think it is, and I think I got this belt for definitely under 20. And belts are something, I think I've said that before, these kind of accessory items I'm really bad at buying, but this really kind of can make an outfit, especially where I'm wearing a lot of these long dresses at the moment. Another Viella piece is this is 100% wool, and I think I bought this jacket for like £2 or £3. And you can see it's got a little bit of bobbling on it, but it's still in really, really good condition. It's such a heavy duty, lovely jacket that will be really versatile through the seasons. Because I'm in Scotland, like a jacket like this that isn't super, super light, is still going to be quite useful all year round, because it's not getting that hot here. And I just like how kind of quality the buttons are. Really, really love that. I also have a new jade set. I'm just showing the top just now, but it is one of the newer collections, which is this brown with the leopard at the bottom, which is, as I say, a very recent collection, which I really liked. And she was doing a sale on her Insta shop, which she just springs these up every now and then, especially when she's getting in new collections and she's wanting to get rid of the odds that kind of came back in returns, which is essentially what this is. So I also got trousers, wide leg trousers, which I've spoken about lots in the past, which I absolutely love, but they're in the wash because they've been worn a lot since I got them. So these were purchased brand new and at a fraction of the price. Usually the sets are something like £135. I think I got the whole set for maybe 40. So yeah, huge deal on that. And like I say, I wear these sets all the time, especially this brown colour I will wear again and again. Next is probably my best find price wise, which is this knee length M dress. Beautiful, absolutely stunning fabric. Very summery find. It's got a tie, but at the back around the waist it's open, which I always like and find really flattering. This was found in a charity shop, and the reason I'm going to say that this is my best find is because this dress originally was something like £175, which I never ever would have paid, but I do admire M and really like the brand. Less than £10 in a charity shop, so just a fantastic find. The kind of sleeves that I always love, with the ruche at the bottom and more kind of puffy sleeves, always really like on somebody like me with broader shoulders. I find that kind of style hangs really well. The other is another dress. This one is a Karen Millen blue snake print wrap dress, full length one, which I really love. I've been eyeing this up for a very long time. Originally when it was in Karen Millen, I can't even remember how long ago that was, but I found it on Vinted for a fraction of the price. I think it was maybe like £12 or something, and all the other ones I'd seen on Vinted were like 40 something plus. Again, wasn't really willing to pay that, and this has barely been worn. You can really see the person who's had this has either very well cared for it or barely used it. So I know I will get a lot of use out of this because it's actually quite work appropriate. This wasn't something that I purchased, but I thought I'd throw it in here because it's quite a nice addition to my wardrobe. This is a navy bag which can be worn crossbody, which I have been lacking. I just wanted something really simple, and my sister actually gave this to me, and it is a very old John Lewis bag. So you can see it's not new because of the tag that's in there. I wouldn't say that this is probably not vintage, but it's not new, but it's in really good condition. Last three items, these two dresses which are next to each other were not pre-loved. So this is a mango dress, which is just a really light silky dress. It's just got, interestingly enough, one slit up the side, which is quite good, and it's not too high. I don't like dresses where the slit is super high. I always just feel a bit too exposed. It's got a tie. It's like a faux tie waist at the round the middle, because it's not actually holding anything in, because it's actually joined at the middle with some buttons down the front. Really liked this pattern and thought it was, because it's so lightweight, I thought this would be a great one for work in the upcoming spring months, and probably because it's so light, it will probably still be fine in the summer months actually. I also bought in the same order another mango dress, which was a long leopard print dress. I'll put the picture on the screen, which in the photo I absolutely loved, and I thought it was going to be my favourite dress, but tried on it was absolutely awful. They only had the size up, so I purchased it, and it fit me really well actually around the waist and around the hips, but around the shoulders and the bust was just really weirdly shaped, so not one that I recommend actually. One is a Ralph Lauren dress, which I also picked up, not secondhand but in a sale. It is this full length piece, and obviously probably one of the most expensive items that I've purchased in a very long time, but I just thought that this was so classic, and the print is really beautiful, the colours are really beautiful. I have already worn it maybe twice, and I haven't had it that long, but I really love it. The fit around the sleeves is what I was just talking about that I like, is that kind of loose fit but tapered in the middle. The colours are quite autumnal, but doesn't really matter too much to me because it's so classic. I know I will wear it, and like I said, I'm living in a place that, especially this time of year, we're going to have bursts of warm and then bursts of cold again, so this will still get wear out of it. I wore it the other day, sleeveless vest over the top. The other thing I would say is, because this is a higher quality piece, it's not high street, the sizing is a lot more kind of accurate. So this I bought true to size, and in comparison to the other Mango ones which I sized up on, this just fits perfectly, and it's not too tight. It's just, yeah, it just fits lovely. So yeah, definitely, although I paid a little bit more, I don't regret it. And I'm always quite dubious about buying Ralph Lauren secondhand because there's just so much counterfeit. Very last piece is this Bowden dress in this just absolutely stunning fabric. I just love this. Again, with the sleeves, kind of sleeves that I like, full length, tie waist, just absolutely stunning dress. For me at the moment, I am just so in love with Bowden since I bought that green dress in Pitlockery. Yeah, I've fallen in love with the brand, and they just get these kind of prints just so right. And I don't know if you can pick that up on camera, but it looks like a very casual fabric. It doesn't look silky, but it's just got such a soft feel to it. It's just, I love it. I love Bowden at the moment. Generally like £100 plus. This I bought for, I think, £15, brand new. You can see the tags at the top there, and I just absolutely cannot wait to wear this. So those are all the bits, and just, you know, I picked these bits up here and there, and they've been building up for at least a few months now. But anyway, I'm going to sign the vlog off here, and I will be picking the camera up quite soon afterwards to start a new vlog.